Welcome today at the show. My name is Reese Davis. Be sure to consult with any physician first before you start any type of workout training. Today we're going to do chest, incline, and flat bench, as well as back today. And we're going to start with the incline bench press, dumbbell. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do here I'm going to confuse my muscles using my tummy tight, keeping my tummy tight, and I'm going to go a one arm press, alternating back and forth. Keep your abdominals tight. You're going to blow the air out on the way up. On the way back down, you're going to inhale, exhale on the way up. We're going to start the count, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Make sure you come all the way down where your tricep is parallel with the floor. And that's a 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, make sure you hold your abdominals tight as you're doing it. Keeping your form. Your triceps are going to come parallel with the floor. You're working the upper part of the chest. Okay? All right, now I'm going to do a decline with using my Bosu ball. You can pick one of these up at Target. They're about $100, okay? And what this does is it's going to use my stabilizer muscles and my chest muscles at the same time. This is what you would call a decline. So I'm working underneath the pecs, okay? Keep your abdominals tight because it is an abdominal exercise. You're going to blow the air out on the way up because this is my exertion. And we're going to do a push-up. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and okay. Now those are two variations of the chest. And I'm going to show you an exercise for the back, a good combination of a front and back type of exercise. So I'm going to show you the back exercise. We're going to do a reverse grip pull down. What you want to make sure you do when you're setting, want to make sure you're underneath the bar with your head. You're going to reverse your grip, chest up, arch the back and lean back and pull the bar right underneath the chin. Okay? You're going to blow the air out on the pull down, coming down, inhale on the way up. What that does is it gives oxygen blood flow to the muscles to help the muscles stimulate. What you're doing is you're pulling from the lat. This is a lat pull down. Okay, I didn't count. We're going to do 10 of those. Now I'm going to show you that was a upper back on this particular one. And now I'm going to show your lower back. Okay, this is what they call a back extension. Make sure, now you've got a front and back with this, okay? So make sure that you hold your abdominals tight along with lifting with your back. I always crisscross. 1, 2, 3, that's 4, that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, and good. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the chest exercise. What I want you to do is, if the weight is not challenging, you always want to go up on weight. So that's what I'm gonna do. Same principle. Make sure you breathe. You want oxygen and blood flow to get to the muscles to stimulate. So you want to make sure that you're breathing properly. Always, if you're left-handed, if you're a right-handed person, start with your left side. Reason being is because you want to get memory and muscle control on your left side just like you do your right. Vice versa if you're left-handed. For the ladies, do not grip the bar down. A lot of women do that, and they'll feel their forearms more than their chest. So loosely hold the dumbbell in your hands. I'm going to do 10 of these. Whenever you're doing chest, you're working your triceps as well as your chest. And one more. All right, I'm going back to decline. Making sure your stabilizer muscles are in there so your abdominals are tight. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. One more. Okay, we're going to go back to a lat pull down. All right, I showed you before the reverse grip. Now I'm going to show you the wide grip. I see a lot of people do this particular exercise in the wrong way. I'm going to show you what not to do that most people do, and I'm going to show you the correct way of doing it. A lot of people have a tendency to pull it down this way, okay? Well, the lats are back here, and all you're doing is working your shoulder, which you could injure your shoulder. So the proper way of doing it, make sure you're all the way underneath the bar. Arch the back, stick the chest up, and pull the bar right underneath the chin. You're blowing the air out on the way down. Inhale on the way up, exhale on the way down. We're going to do 10 of these. Squeeze at the bottom. You're taking your triceps and pushing them into the lat. Keeping the chest up at all times. If you drop your chest, your lats are no longer in the movement. So make sure you're squeezing at your lat because it's a lat pull down. Okay? So make sure that that's always done in that fashion. Okay, say that you don't have a bench at home, and you can pick one of these balls up at your local Walmart. So what I'm going to do is simulate that incline bench. So what you're going to do is you're going to drop your bottom, hold your abdominals tight, and I'm simulating the same thing I was doing on the bench. Now the ball is going to go back and forth, so you have to stabilize your body, and that's the reason for the ball. It's supposed to tweak on the body. Make sure you keep your form and your breathing. Okay, and I'm going to show you a flat bench, as if we were laying on that bench there, off the ball. Make sure you hold your abdominals tight. Your body's going to be straight out. I'll come down with both this time and press up. I'm going to show you different variations because you want to confuse the muscle. You don't want to keep doing the same thing. Muscle has memory and it'll get used to doing the same thing over and over. Make sure you squeeze at the top of your movement. Okay. Okay, I'm going to show you another one when we get back off of our break, and I'll see you when we get back. All right, welcome back to the show. What we're going to do is chest exercise, and still we're going to work on a little back. Okay, what I'm going to do is a push-up combination row for your lat. So it's going to be a front and back thing. Okay, remember, always hold your abdominals tight. I'm going to do a regular push-up, and then I'm going to pull the weight up, working my lat at the same time. Push-up, lat pull. Push-up, lat pull. Push-up, lat pull. Push-up, lat pull. Okay? Now I'm going to go right into a lat pull standing for the back. Make sure that your elbows goes past your back so you get a squeeze for the muscle. You're going to do 10 of these. All right. Okay, I'm going to go back here, show you this exercise again with not pulling with the lat, just a regular push-up. Now, I'm going to show you a variation where women can do it. It's a little easier. They're going to be on their knees. You're going to pull your legs up. Make sure that your chest is in the center of the dumbbells. Okay? That way, you're not on the shoulder too much. You're not too far forward, you're not too far back. That will put stress on the shoulders. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, that's 9, and 10. Make sure whenever you're doing a push-up, I see a lot of women have a tendency to go out this way. That puts stress on the shoulder. What I want you to do is make sure that the elbow is pointing back at an angle, just like the dumbbells are. So you're like that. Remember, the chest should be in the center of the dumbbell. And that way you'll keep stress off the shoulder. All right, now I'm going to show you a variation of a pull. Reason why the cord is on there, because whenever you're doing a pullover, there's a dead spot at the bottom and at the top. Well, what the resistant bands do is it takes that out of it. You have the same pull all the way throughout and there's no dead spot. Okay? So this is a lat pullover with dumbbell, with the bungee, with the cord. Now make sure that your upper back is on the bench, head is relaxed, water falling over the bench. Make sure your abdominals stay tight. You're blowing the air out. Inhale. Exhale on the exertion. I'm exerting myself as I'm coming up. You're going to give me 10 of these. You want to make sure, if you can do more, do more. You always want to keep challenging the muscle. And good. All right, I'm going to show you the push-ups along with the lat pull. So you're going to do a push-up and then lat. Okay? Show you a variation where the women can do it in such a way that the feet are on the floor, the knees on the floor. Now, what you want to make sure you do, as you're working out, you want anywhere from 40 to 60 seconds in between sets to rest. You want recovery time. Okay? I'm going into a standing lat pull. Always do 10 or more. Make sure you challenge the muscle. Okay? All right, I'm going to do one more of these. Make sure you get your upper back on the bench. Abdominals tight. Elbows are slightly bent. Remember to breathe on the exertion. You want to go low enough to where it's pulling on the lat. One more. All right, welcome back to the show. What we're going to do is legs, different variations, quadriceps, hamstrings, and calf muscles. Okay, I'm going to start with a squat first. All right, make sure on this particular exercise, you make sure you keep your abdominals tight. You don't want your legs too far forward, okay? Actually, you want to kind of stay underneath the bar as you're squatting, but you want to go into a seated position, okay? All right. On a squat, what you want to make sure you do is look up, okay? That way it keeps your back nice and straight. Keep your abdominals tight. On the exertion, on the way up, you're going to blow the air out. You go to a seated position and then stand. This is a quadricep, so you're working the quads, okay? Keep your abdominals tight. I'm going to get 10 of these. Make sure you look up. Make sure you're breathing. on the exertion. And good. Okay, now this is a different variation of the quadriceps. This is the squat. This is going to be a leg press. Same thing, you're working the quadriceps. You're just approaching the muscle in a different way. Okay? On this particular one, I see a lot of people have a tendency to put their legs way down here. Well, if you do that, you're putting stress on the knees. Okay? So what the proper form is, you want, as if you were sitting in a chair, you want your hamstring straight up and down, your quads straight. Okay? And then press. So you want your legs not down here, because if I come down, my knees are over my toes. Okay? So I want my feet in front of me. All right? So on the exertion, you blow the air out. Hold your abdominals tight. You're going to bring the legs down to parallel and then press. You're working glute and hamstrings as well as the quadricep. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now, what I'm going to do, right after that, you can put a calf exercise in with that. So, you're here and pressing with the calves. Now, that's a straight on. If I turn my toes outward, I'm going to work the inner calf muscle. Keeping the abdominals tight, breathing normal on this one. It's too rapid to breathe on this particular exercise, so just breathe normal. Now, if I want to work the outer part of my calf, I'm going to turn it in this way. All right? Squeezing at the top and pausing for a second or two. My feet are kind of slipping off of the pad here, so you'll have to readjust. So make sure you're careful on that. Okay? Now, to get out of that motion, if I went on to set this down, I'm putting my knees over my toe, and I don't want to do that. So, what I do is as if I'm doing a leg press, and I'm safely getting out of the movement. Okay? So make sure that, because you want to keep the knees as long as you can. All right? I'm going to show you a lower abdominal exercise with the ball. You can pick one of these up at Target. You're going to set right on the edge of the bench. You're going to clamp the ball in between the knee. You're going to lower it. Now make sure that your back does not arch. Okay? Because if it does, you're going to be lifting from the back and not the lower abdominals, where the ball is at. Okay? So, also make sure that you're lifting with the lower abdominals and not the hip flexors, because that's easy to come into the play of the movement as well. Five more of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, I'm going to go and repeat what I just did, to kind of give you an idea of what I've gone over. This is a squat. There again, make sure your foot position is kind of shoulder width. It's what you want. Make sure you look up. That way it keeps the back straight. Make sure you breathe properly. The proper breathing is, you're going to inhale on the way down, exhale on the way up. Keep your abdominals tight. 6, 7, that's 8, that's 9, and one more. Good. All right. Different variation of the quadriceps. Making sure that you start your feet up at the top. You can hang your toes off just a little bit. That way you can get an idea of the feel of the movement. You don't want them down here because you don't want to put stress on the knees. Okay. Make sure you hold your abdominals tight and you push through the movement. 2, 3, 4, that's 5. Make sure you squeeze the quadriceps at the top of the movement. That's 6, 7, 8, that's 9, that's 10, 11, one more. Good. Now what you want to make sure you do in between sets, you're going to do anywhere from 3 to 4 sets. You want to rest anywhere from 40 to 60 seconds in between. Okay, now I'm going to go right into my calf raise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, that's 9, 10, 11, and 12. Make sure if it slips in any given stop, readjust your feet and start again. Don't keep pushing through it because your feet could slip off. All right. Now, when you get ready to get out of it, as if you were doing a leg press, and then let the weight down. All right. I'm going to go into lower abdominals. Make sure you hold your abdominals tight. Don't lift with your lower hip flexors. Do not lift with your hip flexors. You're lifting with your lower abdominals. Four more. And that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, I want to show the obliques off this wall back here. Making sure that the ball's up nice and tall. And you're going to bounce it off the wall, catch it, and go to the other side. And while keeping the abdominals tight. All right, now I'm going to show you a one-legged squat. Reason being is because everybody has one side of their body stronger than the other. Okay, so what this does is it singles out each leg so it gets the proper amount of weight to distribute on each leg. There again on this side, making sure the outside of the foot and the hip are lined up with one another. 1, 2, 3, and 10. Okay, and make sure on any exercises you get anywhere from 40 to 60 seconds in between sets. You want to make sure that you stay hydrated, so drink plenty of water while you're working out. We'll see you next show.